Things turned out great, my training camp has been tremendous, like I said, I've been here a long time training for multiple different fights, and when my Shane fight came apart, I trained very hard for that fight. I was in it to win it, and things happened, but I kept it going, and I didn't slow down because I knew that something else was going to pop up, and another great opportunity popped up.
How did it come about that you got the Clottey fight?
Well, the way the Clottey fight came up was down to the rankings. When Margarito vacated the title, they had to look at number 1 and number 2, and just so be it, I worked my way back to that position again.
Hey, Zab, what are some of the things you got to be ready for?
He's a very strong fighter. He's very determined, but I say in the game of boxing, Pernell Whitaker told me a long time ago, when you got these new guys that never been to this hype of life before, and I call it the hype of life because it's an opportunity that Joshua Clottey has never seen before. Lights, camera, action. When you get to this hype, and he's gonna be more amazed by the event than what's going on inside the ring, and before you know it, it'll be over.
So you think you've been through this, so
I've been through this. I know what it takes.
Stronger?
Yeah, I'm mentally stronger than him.
When did you first find out the difference between the regular events and the big events? Which fight?
You know what? I kind of been blessed. My first professional fight, I fought on I was a co-main event on a Pernell Whitaker card in Miami. So that was a great opportunity. So I've been part of an HBO home-based fighter and Showtime fighter for a long time. So I've pretty much been around this for a long time. But I've seen the difference between the ballroom fight and the main Thomas and Mack fight, so I know the difference.
Zab, you've been in camp for a really long time now.
Yeah.
Can you talk about just how it's been maintaining that mental focus, switching fighters, and how physically you feel after such a long camp?
Well, you know what? I think the training process from November to now was needed for Zab Judah. You know what I mean? This fight is for my fans. They always told me, Zab, if you just been in a little bit more shape, nobody could beat you. You know what? And I made up my mind that this time I'm gonna try that. And I really prepared myself well for this training camp, for this fight, for this opportunity, and I'm very excited. I cannot wait.
Were there particular sparring partners that you had to switch out?
There's a lot. We went through about 10 different sparring partners, but all of them got knocked out. This is literally no lie. I don't want to toot my own horn, but literally everyone was knocked out, and I had some tough, rugged competitors.
You got a sparring time with Daniel Jacobs a little while back?
Danny Jacobs, yeah.
Can you talk about that a little?
Yeah, Danny Jacobs, well, I had to go home to take care of some business at home, and I was in New York for 2 days, and we got a chance to spar with Danny Jacobs. He's a very young, fast fighter. He got a great career starting, but even Danny had to fall to the hands of Zab Judah.
Zab, Josh Clottey is a pretty experienced guy. He had a fight with Margarito a couple years ago. He's very steady.
Right.
Some guys start fast, some guys start slow. He seems like he's pretty steady throughout the fight. How do you go about sort of discouraging, his way of fighting?
Well, you know what, Dan? You hit it right on the mark. He's a steady fighter. You know what I mean? If you watch some of the great fighters today, all of the great fighters have gears. It's like a racing car. No car just runs on one gear. When you run in one gear, you're gonna burn out your clutch. You know what I mean? And a fighter such as Zab Judah, I can start fast. You know what I'm saying? End up fast. In this fight, I'm gonna start and keep it up the same pace. It's gonna be great. But I'm gonna change a lot in this fight. It's gonna be fast paced, slow paced, defense, slipping, moving, combinations. You are guaranteed to see a Zab Judah of the young again.